Namaste, my dear friends, my dear gods and my dear masters. Thanks to Pitama Patriji and PSSM, and thanks to all of you. Today in 21 ITP, we are going to look into a very important law, spiritual law, that is law of expectations. The word, when we see expectation, it is directly, indirectly related to the mind. And hence, we deal with the mind day in and day out. We must understand what exactly is law of expectation, where does it stand, how much can we expect, what to and what not to. It's a psychological principle about the belief. And whatever we expect, it will definitely have a very high influence in our lives. You can either not expect anything, or you can expect and accept any result, or you can have very heavy expectations. Out of which the outcomes will have a direct influence on your lives. We may have some expectations consciously, but subconsciously too, we may have a lot of expectations. Even we may not know. For example, we may tell to our kids, hey, go and perform, it's okay. But if they don't perform well, you may get anger. You may get upset. Then you will know subconsciously, unconsciously, you have some other expectations. When the situation comes out, the subconscious expectations comes out. If we expect something, mostly it will happen. Sometimes it may not even happen. But whatever our expectations, the results may change. And the more you accept with detachment and with less expectations, you can excel well. You can have expectations on you, but not on others. Yes, before this session, I have set some expectations to speak on the law of expectation. That when I speak about this topic, I should get more clarity so as everybody who is listening to this video should get more clarity on law of expectations. Our perception has to change. The session has to be the session has to come out well. Sometimes 100%, sometimes 90%. We may achieve what we expect. But when things go out of the hand, we have to accept. Only then we will start moving to next experience. But the more you have positive expectations, you will see a lot of positive outcomes. I've seen two kinds of mindsets. And generally they go out with their kids. They always fear something may happen. That fear will attract certain things. And when the expectations, when it comes to the topic of expectations, the more damage happens when we have more expectations on others. When I have expectation that I have to perform well on this session, things are under my control. At least 90% I'll be able to perform well. But before session, if I have any expectation, hundreds and thousands of people should attend, which is beyond my hand. There is no wrong in having such expectations, but outcomes, whatever it is, you have to accept. And if you have any negative expectations, most probably you will land into negative results. I have performed the musical shows, dance shows, singing shows, so many during my school days. I never had any expectation. Always, I wait for opportunity to go and perform. And every time, the results was astonishing. If we try to impress others, then you become more conscious. The mind is always functioning. But if you have expectation that I should perform well, and if you focus on everything, moment to moment, be in the present, then the outcome will be fantabulous. If you focus on others, how will they take it? How can I please them? Then the mind is outside. It is never upon you. When it is never in this moment. When it comes to the expectations, you have to align it with your goals. The least or the most, or whatever the variation of expectations you have, remember one thing, acceptance is the key. One may have expectation that today my third eye has to open in meditation. Today, astral traveling has to happen. They will sit with a very high affirmation, positivity. They sit and they see some vision. After meditation, they will get it out. Is it because I thought I will see something? Is my mind playing? Or is it real experience? And one more case where they have expectation that they have to see and there is no vision and they get disappointed. Expectations has to be like a tapas. You will reap the result, but the key is patience. But if you have some intentions, the quality of meditation will increase. Today, my 3 hours meditation, I have to go deeply within. If you have such pure positive intentions, the quality of your meditation will go up. Don't ever get attached to the expectations. That is the point. You can have expectations to any extent without attachment. Because if you have attachment, if it doesn't happen now or today instantly, it will lead to disappointment. And you will lose that interest. You will lose planning next time. It is like putting a seed in the soil, expecting in the morning it has to become a tree and give fruits. Somebody sits in meditation, day one, he is able to see many things, experience many things, because he's already been a tree in the past lives. For someone who is just starting, and nobody can tell you at which level you are, where you are, except a third eye master. Never rush Don't have heavy expectations. The more expectations you have, it's okay. But if you have attachment, disappointments will come. You must work hard. You must be sincere. You must be serious. With all these things put together, the results may delay. There is nothing like it won't work. This is not coming. The only thing is now or later. Because our expectations are directly related to our emotions. And very importantly, having expectations from others will give great emotional imbalance and also a lot of disappointments. So come back when you have some 10 expectations or 20 expectations, write down in a paper, observe every day, see whether your expectations are realistic or is it true, very dramatic. Somebody may get some experience, they will start releasing videos that this is going to happen, that is going to happen, which is happening recently. And they are creating some expectations in everybody's mind. Realistic expectations are very important. Otherwise, every day you are expecting something, it is not happening. It will lead to disappointment, sometimes to frustrations. I'm highly frustrated. You say that. Why? Because you expect something that is not happening. You have to take actions. Doesn't mean I'm not going to take any actions. You have to take actions. You must have expectations because that is the key for manifestation. But if you have unrealistic expectations and if you have attachment towards your expectation, disappointment and frustrations will be the end result. We have to shape our future. We have to create our reality. Positive expectations. Practical expectations. Realistic expectations. Day one, you may not know what is practical, what is realistic, but when the day goes on, you will exactly know. Mindfulness will help you. When you are awake, when you are working, when you are traveling, when you are not meditating, you must be aware of what is running in the head. When you write down your expectations, sometimes you will know, am I really meaning these words? Or is it just sitting in my head because somebody has told? Unless until you get these things into a very practical, acceptable expectations, keep writing every day. You will see over the time period, these expectations will keep changing. But never lose hope and say, it's not working, so I'm not going to expect anything. The goal in the life is very important. It will narrow your mind. It will make your mind focus. If you don't live with any goal, then the mind gets scattered. And when you have the negative expectations, immediately you should replace it with the positive one. Don't ignore it. Ignore the negative, but at the same time, have one more positive expectation. And this cultivation of this habit from negative to positive, through regular meditation, it is highly possible. Otherwise, it is just in the theory. From the childhood, I have been listening, I've been studying in many places. There should not be negative, there should be only positive, no negative, no positive. But implementation became very strong, very firm after I started doing meditation, a regular meditation. You want something, but who is the one, who is the culprit, who always pulls you down is mind. But this mind has to be tamed, mind has to be made as a friend. Without the mind's cooperation, everything is just a theory. Even if you are a third eye master, if you have expectation every day you should get visions. If you get it is fine. If you don't get, then you must observe whether it is giving you frustration or disappointment or you are accepting. That is where mindfulness comes. Then if you are getting disappointment, then you must see and alter your expectations, reduce it or make it much more realistic. Then the frustrations can be brought down, then the disappointments can be brought down. If you want very positive changes in your life, you must have a realistic expectations, a positive expectations. And to the maximum extent, reduce expectations from others. Keep it very minimal. Then you will see you are always happy. Or even if you have expectations from others, do not get attached to it. Why these things? What is this related to meditation and spirituality? Yes, it is. Because the more frustrated you are, the more disappointed you are losing your energies. You're losing your peace of mind. The quality of meditation gets affected. The quality of life gets affected. When it comes to the opinions, flow like a river. When it comes to the principles, stand like a rock. The words of Vivekananda. Certain opinions, it's okay, leave it. Others want to do it that way, it's okay, leave it. But these petty things, when it always troubles your emotions and the mind, the quality of your life, the quality of meditation gets affected. And that should not happen. And that will affect our third eye. That will affect our experiences. That will affect our energy systems. What a beautiful law. Law of expectations. So to conclude, you can have any number of expectations about you or others, provided you are not attached to the results or attached to the expectations. And the expectations what we have must be realistic. Always be mindful to check after every result. Is there acceptance or frustration or disappointment? What is happening inside us? You have to observe yourself, like every moment you're observing yourself in the mirror. Then you can reduce unnecessary things. The quality of life, the quality of meditation goes up. You will be happy and healthy. Thank you very much, my dear friends.